Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I will explain about group final project STIA 2024 data structures and algorithm analysis group B semester session A2011. Okay, uh, so our title project is health consultation system. And first, let me introduce myself. My name is Raihan Harits with metric number 274808, and our group member is Nur Ashraf bin Norzri 28852, and Muhammad Amir Hazik bin Abdul Karim 281678, and Ahmed Amir Ahmed Bekauban 274782. Okay, next I will explain about the introduction. The healthcare sector is one of the world's largest, and it has a direct impact on people's quality of life in each country. The healthcare industry, sometimes known as the medical industry, is a business that sells goods and services to people who need curative, preventive, rehabilitative, and or palliative care. And these lessons are aimed at IT professionals working in the healthcare industry, consulting firms, industry investors, and businesses of all sizes that sell products or services to the healthcare and adjacent industries. This section will be valuable for organizations and professionals looking for healthcare industry knowledge and critical business information. Next is the concept. The data structures algorithm analysis concept was released. We use array list where for keep user information on the array list. This concept was format it easy the user to search, delete, update, and add their information. Array list maintains the insertion order internally. Since array list is a dynamic array and we do not have to specify the size while creating it, the size of the array automatically increases when we dynamically add and remove items. Next is addition concept. In order to add an element to an array list, we use the add method. This method is overloaded to perform multiple operations based on different parameters. And next is update concept. After adding the elements, if we wish to change the element, it can be done using the set method. The update concept was used for update only the cause and disease on this program. Next is delete concept. In order to remove an element from an array list, we can use the remove method. This method is overloaded to perform multiple operations based on different parameters. Search an element from an array list. We use for loop to traverse the element on the array list. After it found the element, system will display it. And next is display concept. In order to display an element from an array list, we also use for loop in combination with get method to get the element at a specific index.
Hi, my name is Ahmed Amir Bakoban, 274782. I'm here to present about the problem statement and a deleting operation. Okay. Firstly, problem statement. Common misunderstanding by patients and medical professionals frequently create a thought situation. Every day, a variety of difficult exchanges occur. Disparities in expectations, perceptions, or communication between the patients and medical practitioner can lead to a difficult instructions which can be cased by both the doctors and the patients. Bad news may be delivered in an uncaring manner, and messages the nurse may be delivered over the patient's head while the consultation is interrupted. The healthcare sector is attempting to the marriage its system with anything that could be useful in bridging the gap between the system and the healthcare industry. Access to specialized treatment remains a major impediment to a public health care. These issues result in a long wait time and unequal availability. One is the increasing difficult patients have the optimizing medical treatment. For example, as the population ages, the number of persons lives along is rising, as the number of patients who are unable to travel to outpatients clinics.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Noor Ashraf bin Nozri and my metric number is 288852. Objective of our project is e-consult allows patients and doctors to consult experts without having to meet in person to examine and summarize studies on e-consultation usage and outcomes. Health consultation system may help expand access to professional treatment. The second is this method provides a quick and direct primary care and expert consultation. Their use may reduce direct patient-professional interaction between the patient and the doctor. In turn, patients get more economical and accessible treatment while the system is better coordinated.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Noor Ashraf bin Nozri and my metric number is 288852. I would like to explain about addition method in our program. For addition, we add the add health information, which user can add health information detail. New health information can be added by using the add health information operation. When the list is full, the system will send a message about the list is full and the add operation will not happen. For the flowchart and the algorithm for addition method, this is the flowchart. When we start, the user must insert or input the name, the IC number, the gender, the disease and the cause, and the age. If the system can read the information, it will store in the data about name, IC number, gender, disease, cause, and the age. If no, it will ask again for the valid information and we repeat to the user again. If the information is valid, so the system will display the data that's stored in the database in array formation. For the algorithm, for the first step is user insert the information like name, identification, number, gender, disease, cause, and the age of the patient. Step 2. The system must validate the data that inserted by user by the format. For the step 4, if the information that inserted is wrong, they must ask the user to put the correct data. If the system can accept data, it must store the data into the database. Step 6, the last step is the system will display the data that we store in the database in array view. Source code for add method. So for the name, IC number, gender, disease and cause, we declare as a string. For integers, we just declare for age as integers. For the gender, we make the user to choose between female or male. This is the function of array where we make it to the array display. So we print IC number, name, age, gender, disease and cause. So this is the how we reset to 0 in the box. So this is the GUI for our project. First of all, we must insert the patient name. So it's my name Ashraf. For the gender, I can choose male or female. So IC number. And for the disease, maybe you can insert any the patient disease. Here it is. For age, we must insert in numeric. So 23 and cost to March 18. Just a simple. So the data will be added and displayed to the user. So it is very easy for everyone to key in or insert the data about the patient.
Okay, right now I will explain about the update operation part. So in this update operation part on this program, we have update health information functionalities, which is HES2. So in this update health information, user can update their health information details, specifically the disease and cause part. The user can change the information that has been added to the list. User needs to click the data first, and the user update the new disease and cause information. When the process was finished, system will update the data on the table list. Okay, so next I will explain about the flowchart on this operation. So first is start, and after that have a process, click data to update, and after that the user input new disease and cause, and after that user click update button and it process, and after that set new disease and cause, and after set the system will reset table with new updated data, and after that display the output, and the system will end, the operation will end, finish the operation. Okay, next is the algorithm about the update operation. Step 1, user choose the data that on the table that want to update. Step 2, user input new disease and cause, and step 3, user click update button, and step 4 is system set new disease and cause, and after that step 5, the system will reset table output for the updated data, and after that step 6 is display output table. Okay, next I will explain the source code about the update operation. So in this code, we in this program, we have update button action perform method, and have the parameter java.rwt.event.action eft, and inside this method we declare the variable to store the new cause and disease first on the cause and disease text field, and after that the data we need to store the data into the list, and after that the table will reset and repopulated again on dtm.setRow count, and after that we have for operation, it is to store the data and traverse the data again. Okay, right now I will demonstrate about the program on the update operation. So I need to add the information first to store the data on the table list. Okay, I put a name, IC number, age, gender, disease, and cause. okay, I will add and store the data on the list. So in this update operation, user need to click the data and appears into the input again, and users only can update the disease and cost part. So I will change the disease and cost part. Okay, after that user need to update to click update button. Okay, and it will update it and store the data into the table list again and display it again. So okay.
And now I will explain about deleting health information in the deleting operation. In the case of deletion, the user needs to click the data on the table that he wants to delete. The system will show confirmation dialog. After user check OK on the dialog, system will delete the data. And now I will display about the flowchart in the algorithm. Firstly, we initialize a new variables as integer, the diagonal bottom and the diagonal result. Then if the diagonal result equal to 0, we will call remove row parameters as row and remove list parameters as list and set row as count. These two, removing the row and removing the list, will remove the row that has been added, and this for set row count it will be replace that row have been deleted to a new one, and then add new empty data in the same index that have been deleted. Lastly, for the flowchart, we will call clear file. This method will be initialize all the variables in the empty data as null or zero for the integers. For the algorithm, first steps, user choose the data that he want to delete, and then user will select data bottom, and then display confirmation message to delete or not. After you say OK, system will delete all the objects and list indexed from you choose. And then last steps, system will reset the data as null or zero again. For the source code, firstly, we initialize a new methods as private void deleting parameters as java.wait.event.action event. Firstly, we initialize a new two variables as integers, dialog bottom and dialog result. This 2 is equal to the panel in the GUI. For the dialog result, it will show the confirmation message of the deleting, which are delete this data. And then we have if the result equals to 0, then remove row equals to row from the DTM objects and the remove row from the list. And then we will call object set row count equal to 0. This will reset tables against with the list. And after that we have this for loop. This for loop will initialize, we create a new variables, all the variables that we have deleted in the row. And then lastly we will call clear files methods. Clear file methods is a private void methods, have default parameters. It will initialize all the variables as null or zero if it was integer. Here is our program about health consultation system as a GUI. In this program, first you should put your name and your general and the IC number and the disease. Let's have code, for example, and the age, the 3, In the case of the cold is drinking cold water. Okay, we add this data. Let's have the same data and let's change the names as Amir. And let's change the IC number as 2, 3, 4. And for A, just be 10. Okay, let's add this data again. So now we have two data here, which is for Ahmed and this for Amir. So if you want to delete, just pick whatever you want to delete, then choose delete. This message will show you that if you're sure you want to delete this data or not, say yes, and then it will be deleted. And then let's delete this again, then it will delete again. So that's all for me. Thank you so much.
Okay, I will explain about the search operation part. So in this in this program, we have a search and display hard information, or HES4. So in this functionalities, user can search their health information based on their IC number. When the search operation is choose, the system will prompt you to choose whether to search by IC number. If the desired data is not found, the system will not notify the user, and if the data is found, the system will notify the user too, and the data appears in the list and also the input. Okay. Right now I will explain about the flowchart in this operation. So we first is starts, and after that have a process. Click search button. Users need to click search button, and after that show in the system will show input dialog. So after that user need to input the IC number and have the decision making on this program. If IC number equals to input, if yes, so the system will show dialog message data is found, and after that display output and the process. And if no, the system will show dialog message data is not found, and after that back to the click search button again, and users need to click search button again. Okay, I will explain about the algorithm in this operation. Step 1 is user click search button, and after that step 2 show input dialog for search the data by IC number, and step 3 is user input the IC number, and step 4 is if the input equals to IC number on the list, show message dialog data is found. If not, the step 5 it's if not, show message dialog data is not found, and after that step 6 is display output. Okay, right now I will explain about the source code. Okay, on this program we have a search button action perform method, which is private, and for the type is void, and have the parameter java.rwt.event.action event EFT, and inside this method, first we declare the dialog into the input. Yeah, so we have for loop, and inside this for loop we have if, which is if the IC number that the users input same with the IC number on the list. And after that, J option pane, it is to show the message dialog that the data is found. And after that, we define the name IC, also the age, also the gender, also the disease and cause in the output that the user search. On this gender, we have for loop that we because on this gender we use the combo box. This operation is to make the combo box make the reset to the first index again. And after the all operation return, it is to quit the dialog and back to the program again. And if the input not same with the IC number that in the list, so the system will show message dialog data is not found. Okay, right now I will explain about the program running. So I run the program and will explain about the search operation part. So in this program we also have the first data, and I will make the new data. Okay, now I will search the Raihan by the IC number, his IC number. Okay, so the data is found and it is on the list, and click OK. So the data will appear again on the input section. And if I search the IC number that on not in the list, and it will show the dialog message again that the data is not found. Okay, and click OK again, and okay.
Assalamualaikum and greetings, Doctor. My name is Muhammad Amir Haziq bin Abdul Karim, metric number 281678. Today I will be presenting display operation. So for display operation, display operation is part of the search and display health information HCS_04 requirement. Its functionality is system display all users health information on table after add, delete, and update operation. For the display functionality, starts with the start. Next up, we have the option for the user to input name, IC number, age, gender, disease, and cause. And the following is add. If the user decides to add the information, then it would display the output table. If not, the user can also update the information and it will also display the output table. And if not, the user can also delete selected rows or select the information, and it will then update and display the output table, and after that it will end. So here's the following source code for the display functionality. So here we have private void output tap mouse clicked Java method, and here in the parameter we have java.awt event mouse event. So here we declare the row and the column, and here we will output the row and the column. And for each of the columns, it will display the name, the IC number, the age. As you can see, name TF, IC TF, and age TF. And here we declare string gender, and this is for the gender. And here we have a for loop where for the gender function. Next we have the column for the disease and the cause, disease TF and cause TF. Okay, so when we run the program, what we have here is the following. As we can see here, we have the output here in the bottom. For example, let's say we add a data. So let's put Ahmad. Let's put as male. Let's put cough and cause as dry throat. IC number, let's put 006, for example. Age is 23. So here, when we add, as you can see, the table updates. So, for example, if we want to, let's say, update Burhan here. So let's say we want to change disease to, let's say we change it to stroke, for example. So when we click update, as we can see here, the disease updated here on the table. Okay. So next is delete. So let's say we want to delete Anna here. So we just click delete and it will pop up, delete this data. We click yes, and here a new updated table. So this is basically how the output function or the output method, this is how the method for the output works. Alright, next up is conclusion. So in conclusion, in order to facilitate a better interaction between patients and medical professionals, we've designed this digital health consultation system in hopes of meeting the demands of the health industry, and it's hoped that effective treatment can be delivered to the patients in the form of goods and services that aid in prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation. To recap, this system has 5 functionalities that work together to form a digital system where patients can insert their general data as well as their medical condition. Through a digital-based system, healthcare providers are able to provide their patients with a more cost-effective and convenient system. So, in this project, we have fulfilled a few of our objectives, including improving patients' and clinicians' access to special expertise despite the absence of face-to-face encounter. We have addressed the problem of increasing specialized care. We also have addressed the issue of healthcare access for isolated aging populations and related scenarios such as patients who are unable to travel to healthcare institutions for whatever reason. With that being said, thank you for watching, Doctor. I hope you have enjoyed this video and have a good day, Doctor.